Right, ladies and gents, welcome back to FTRL. We are here for the F2 guys tonight for the midway race of their championship. Just before we get into things, I'm just going to quickly exit the session and rejoin because I don't ever have any game sound. I know it comes back, but it doesn't make it half as good. So please bear with us for about a minute and then we'll get into it all properly.
Just a quick heads up while you're resetting your stream and lobby, and yeah, we've lost Rampage from the session. He's crashed out already.
Oh dear.
But yeah, right, okay, so let's spectate and get back into this.
Oh yes.
So so anyway, whilst we're loading back in, joining me in the box tonight we have a Will, we have a Panda, and we also have a Pagani. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Afternoon.
How are we? All good?
I'm pretty good, but if the name keeps putting on the grass, I might not be as good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right. Well,
looking forward to it.
I have game sound. That's
Good.
positive.
Fantastic.
And I don't know whether everyone else can see this, but I'm currently on board with Goy Karp, who is first in the session.
Ooh.
Goy Karp is number one. He is the man. Okay, so midway point of the season, we have a lot of things to discuss this evening. For those that have been catching up with our Twitter and so on, would have already seen about some certain news. Others may not have, but we'll go through that very soon. 16 drivers on the grid tonight, so we are missing Spurge for and we're also missing Jesper as well, who again was we've also got missing LR Cooper slash CPI Harry slash all the other names. Unfortunately, no show this evening, so that is unfortunately going to lose Harry his seat for the rest of this season. It's the second time it's happened, so we'll be sorting out a replacement for that very soon. And the final person we are missing is Nexus Iceman, who's on holiday, so hopefully he'll tune in at some stage. But nevertheless, we are on board with LR Deneen, who has had a little recent run of good form, so let's see if we can go one better tonight. Obvious favourites are Ox and Stocky for the race, as always. But yeah, gentlemen, who is your tip for pole position before we get into all of the goings on?
Ox, mate. I think he's just got a lot of experience. He's looked very quick consistently. But yeah, Ox, mate.
Cool.
Can I just say who I don't think it'll be?
Who's that?
Mr. Joe Burns, because he crashed at P1 and has lost half his front wing.
Okay. Well, Mr. Joe Burns, actually now FTRL _ Joseph Burns.
Taking long enough, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Finally got there. It's about time he started doing something, isn't it? Let's have a look at the tyres. So I'm just going to quickly see who's joining us. We've got Liam in. Evening, Liam. Stay tuned for a little announcement involving you, my friend. Peteman's here. Good evening, Pete. He's done his usual hashtag Team Ravers. We've got Emil here as well, who's tuned into the last couple of streams, so I'm not entirely sure who that is. Is that Rom Elson, maybe?
Could be.
Could
I don't
well
know.
be. I mean, if it is,
Good to see him anyway.
it's a stellar guess if it is.
It's not bad. It's good to see him anyway.
Whoever you are, good to see you.
Yep.
Right.
Welcome.
Okay, so I suppose we better address... Oh, it is Rom. Oh, what a shout that is.
It's not
Dean's
bad.
here as well. Hello, Dean. Please don't tell me it's Stocky's birthday this week, because I didn't like it when that happened last time. Glad you are well, mate. Peteman's here. Oh, Simon saying good evening, hashtag Team Comms. Oh yeah, by the way, let us know any questions you've got. Do a little hashtag Team Comms. Let's get involved in the chat tonight. It's no Stocky birthday tonight, says Dean, so that's a relief. Yeah, that is a relief. Right, so anyway, let's address the situation. So, for those that may have seen the F1 streams, the top division streams for the last few weeks, or pretty much most of this season, would have seen that the numbers haven't been superb. Now, a massive shame on that side of things, but unfortunately, due to like long-serving members being away or travelling and all other stuff, we've tried to stay as committed to it as possible. But we've also decided that the F1 division needs to be like the pinnacle of FTRL. It needs to be the main thing people watch, the thing people get most excited about, and the thing that people aim towards. And we were kind of concerned that it was drifting away from being that type of division. So we have decided to do a few driver changes. So as of next week, we're going to see 2 of the drivers in this lobby, in Ox and Stocky, moving up to F1. And we're also going to see Liam and Charles, or Charlie, from F3 move up to F1 as well. So there's going to be a few driver changes. So keep an eye out for those. They're all posted across social media and so on. And then in F2 next week, we are going to see City Posh Blue coming down from F1 along with onto the podium. And we're going to see Hijacked and the man in the stream chat, Rom Elson, moving up to F2 as well. So good luck to those guys. And there are a few changes in F3, but we'll go through those tomorrow. So yeah, so plenty of changes should increase the numbers and make everything overall a little bit better. How are we feeling about all of this, gentlemen? I think you agree with me on all of this, didn't you?
Yeah, the 13 drivers, 7 finishes. It's not what you want from F1, being, as you said, the top division. I think if anything, it's just, you know, we've seen people's pace now halfway through. Just balancing everything out, really. I think.
Yeah, Pagani, what are you thinking, mate?
I think it was obvious some changes were going to have to be made with the moving to 3 divisions for this season and getting new people in. We didn't really know what everyone's pace was. And especially with a couple of gaps there, you don't want to see gaps. I mean, I was happy I finished 5th because of it, but didn't really feel earned.
But this
I'd
is
rather
it.
finish 10th and it be earned than just being fastest to who's left on the track.
Exactly. Well, this is it, isn't it? Like, the thing is, when you move to 3 divisions, obviously we've always been quite strict on not wanting to move people around and people kind of earn their stripes, if you like. But in the same breath, it's like, well, essentially, if you've got a top division, you want it to literally be the top division, all of the best drivers in there. Then with the middle division, obviously with F3, it's for newer drivers or people that aren't as confident on track, that kind of thing. And by making these changes, and then obviously with the end of season promotions and relegations, it should kind of even itself out for next season. So I think the changes have been positive. We've had a fairly good reaction to it. Nobody's really kicked up much of a fuss. So overall, we're very happy. So looking forward to that. I also think that Liam and Charlie are going to do extremely well in F1, as will Ox and Stocky, and I'm very much looking forward to being on track with them both.
I'm not.
Is that just because they're a little bit fast, Pagani?
They're a lot faster than me, but I will fight for every single place as hard as I ever have done. So
Exactly. Well, this is the main thing, isn't
nothing
it?
less.
Well, okay, so moving back to tonight's events, obviously with Ox and Stocky leaving, that's going to, as it currently stands, inherit, well, Joe Burns is going to actually inherit the championship lead, which is very interesting. So the pressure is massively on Mr. Burns this evening.
I mean, it's not something that anybody really wants to see, Joe Burns at top of the championship, but
Just don't want to see
There'll
Joe
be
Burns
shouts
in
of
general,
rigged.
really. No. On a serious note, we must actually congratulate Mr. Burns as he on the birth of his newborn baby daughter. So, who was born just a couple of days ago. So, for all of the graphics that you see on Twitter and all of the other bits and pieces that you see that are all kind of designed and made and photoshopped and whatever else, it's all credit to that man. So, yeah, congratulations to him. And, yeah, happy days, Mr. Burns. So,
Goy's put an accusation in the chat, by
Yeah.
the way.
I was going to say congrats to Joe. However, Goy has brought about a
well,
serious
these are rumours
accusation.
that can neither be confirmed nor denied. I did ask him how he felt when the baby was born, when it came out looking like me. I didn't think that one went down very well. No, he knows I'm only
the world's
playing.
largest forehead.
So just no need for it, is there? Just lowered the tone completely. Just absolutely lowered the tones.
This is why Pagani and you don't do commentaries together.
Well, exactly right. So, anyway, right. We have seen every single person bar Rampage on the soft tyre. So, does that strike the word rain to anybody else, or is it just me?
I've had rumours in the chat.
Yeah, in the YouTube comments. I mean, how reliable they are, I'm not sure, but I mean
it
with
was
Spy,
statement, and he
can't
thinks
really
Ravers is racing, so
Yeah.
we don't know.
I would say with Spy, you tend to see people running on the soft 8 anyhow because it's an easy one-stop. So there's sort of. But I mean, it'd be nice to see a bit of rain.
Oh yes.
I mean, it wouldn't because I was racing in F2 and I liked the rain. And now that I'm out of F2, we see rain, it would upset me. But anyhow.
Well, we'll have to wait and see on this one, but a lot of the field fairly congested. Let's go, and obviously Ox and Stocky are what you would probably classify as the two big dogs in this championship. I know Stocky's down in P4 at the moment, but he did miss the first couple of weeks and whatever else. So in terms of the standings, I'll go through it kind of without Ox and Stocky. So at the moment, after tonight's race, as it currently stands, Mr. Joe Burns will be your championship leader on 48 points, and then you've got Deneen, who's on 41. So yeah, Deneen is on 41, so he's 7 points behind. And then you've got Nexus Iceman, who's absent tonight, on 38 points. And then you've got Nexus Aspect, who's on 34 points. So we moved him up from F3 to F2 at the start of the season, and he's proved us right at this stage. So, and with those top two moving up, I think the battle for promotion is going to be incredibly close.
Yeah. I mean, drivers like Bottle and both the Cats seem to be showing a decent amount of pace as well.
Yep.
So they could get in there.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? So there's a lot of things, but also due to the fact that we've done these changes, what that has done is we've actually knocked down a promotion and relegation spot for this season. So because obviously we've had like 4 driver changes per division, we're actually going to only go to 3 up and 3 down. So people that come up and the people that are still in divisions are going to have to work seriously hard to stay in it, especially those guys moving into F1, because they know full well that if they do have a bad run of form, then they're going to drop down to F2 again. So that was the risk that they were willing to take. So let's see how that pays off. But it's going to be a very exciting second half of the season.
It is indeed.
It's all very exciting, Will, isn't it?
You've been excited all day.
I have been excited all day. We had this idea, about 12:30 last night?
Yeah.
And then by lunchtime today it was all sorted. So I've been going mental.
Yeah. It's working a normal job as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. Just multitasking. Unlike Joe, does nothing. Oh, we've lost Goy.
No. Without the time set, he said he was going to give it a go in qualifying, and give it a bit too much.
The lap on board I had with Goy, it was looking good, but I think he must have invalidated on the final corner because he ended up, penultimate corner, ended up coming in the pits. Shame, but he was looking good actually. So maybe during the race in the wet, but I know historically Goy's not too much of a fan of the wet conditions.
I was wondering where you was going to go with that comment.
Yeah.
Historically, Goy's not. I was waiting to say too much of a. It could have been anything at that stage. I had a smile on my face waiting for it. Matthias Schmidt has joined us saying hello, gents and Will. So he's fired unnecessary shots at you.
Yeah, I think he's still annoyed at the standings.
Well, there we go. Apparently Donzo says heavy rain. Oh, 2 minutes to go. So naturally these qualifying times are going to be a little bit slower. Must be said as well, the member on board with Michael C. It'll be his final race in F2. He's dropping down to F3 for next season. He's gone to cockpit cam and turned off all of his assists and whatever else. He wants that kind of real driver simulator feel, so we can only wish him well. It must also be said
He is receiving
that
some driver coaching.
he is, apart from Liam.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how he gets on. Metzer, he's one that's been a bit quiet. We know he's got a bit of pace when he wants to have. So let's see how he ends up. And obviously FTRL Hammer Time, the other half of the McLaren duo, is currently going up a Rouge. How many casualties are we going to see up a Rouge tonight?
If it's raining, I'd expect quite a few.
Well, on that one, let's put hashtag a Rouge in the chat with a number next to it. How many retirements do you think you're going to see up there in this race tonight? I'm going to go with 5.
Oh wow. Mr.
Yes.
Joy Carr, his first podium ever was at Belgium in the rain.
It's a good lap for Michael C, to be fair to him. 44-0.
That's a good point. Raven's Revenge popping in there with 14 DNFs. Goy Carp saying O Rouge 16. City Posh has gone hashtag Team Peatman. This is all getting a little bit... I feel like Raven's Revenge shouldn't be watching this. He needs to be in the nets practicing his batting because he's not very good at it.
Hashtag Team Peatman.
Yeah.
From Raven's Revenge.
Hashtag Team Get in the Nets. Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag Batfoot Press Triangle.
He's a good member of the community, Peatman. He watches every single race and drives as well.
Oh, Mr. Joe Burns, I don't know if he's pulled out of the lap he was on, but he's pulled into pit lane, so that's his session over in 8th place. I don't think he's really happy with that.
Joe Burns is never happy with anything, Pagani, so... Who is going to finish this race first? The qualifying, sorry, it's going to be Stocky, isn't it? So let's go on board with Stocky. He's 2.5 temps up at the minute. So it could be pretty close if he has a good final sector. But then Ox is also out on the flying lap as well. I reckon Stocky's going to miss out by fractions.
Ox is pretty much... Oh,
come on, Stocky crosses the line. 40. Ooh, he's just edged it.
Ox
on board with Ox.
0.017 up currently.
So at the moment that would put him pole by what, 4 thousandths of a second?
Yeah, see his final sector.
Who's going to take the final pole position of their F2 career? Oh, it's Ox. They've done it by less than a tenth. Well, if that's any evidence to go by, we should be in for a cracker. Michael C finishes in 6th. Bottle 3rd.
Pole in F1, 43-0, so those tyres are going to be right up there.
Yep. But they always would be, wouldn't they?
Steph, last person on the lap.
Here he goes. Oh, big lock up. Metzer's retired. There goes Steph. 45-2, that's moved him up a bit, I think. P10. Hashtag ask Pagani, please. Can we have the tracks for GT Sport Friday? Yeah, that's my bad. I was going to do a video for it, but it was taking me so long to do it. Plus, I've had like a massive run of shifts at work, so that's my fault. Yeah, we'll get that out. We'll get that sorted. Yeah, in fairness,
a track list will be released after this F2 race. I
Okay.
already have it sorted.
Oh, right. Anyway, Ox and Stocky take the front row in their final F2 adventure with Bottle and Deneen on the second, Catamise and Michael C. That'll be eventful on the third row. Nexus Cats and FTRL triggered in P8. Metzer and Prototype Steph round off the top 10. As the drivers will be getting themselves prepared to be a little bit damp.
It's more than a bit damp.
Yes, it's a little bit moist.
Monsoon.
Moist. It's hardly a... What do you mean, whatever that is? Have you just said a word again, Will? A word you don't understand?
I know the word monsoon. It means lots of rain.
Ravers has come in with a hashtag defend all day, hashtag score 3 runs and 45 overs.
don't understand.
I think 3 runs is a bit much. I think you need to defend more,
Yeah.
personally. But what do I know? An armchair pundit.
Okay, right, session is about to start. The drivers are applying their final tweaks to their setups. And Wilt, take us away on the formation lap, my friend.
Very good. So we've got Ox on pole. Comes back at him. I think Stocky got the pole last time, so he's come back in that personal battle we've got there. Ox takes it. And you said F1 next season, so that head-to-head battle will be over, but he'll have plenty more people to battle. Probably about 8 of them, it looks like. Stocky in second in the Ferrari. It's another consistent one there. About half a second quicker. That's wrong. Clear of everyone else. But yeah, it's another great qualifying from Stocky, really. He really has been very good this season. A big improvement from the last game. Got Bottle in third. That's a very good qualifying from him. Managing to out-qualify Deneen. Hopefully, he has got a wet setup on. Oh, God. He's broken a bit late. But yeah, hopefully he has got a wet setup on, as it looks absolutely treacherous. LL Deneen in fourth. Very consistent driver. He's managed to avoid the old... Oh, Bottle's gone again. Oh, dear. Yeah, he's managed to avoid the punctures recently and he's been picking up some good points. Catamee's in fifth. I mean, this isn't boding well, to be honest, for the race. We've got Catame's in fifth. Pretty solid qualifying for him. Fast getaway. We'll see what he can do. As Aaron said, it's going to be an interesting row there. Michael C. Oh, God. There's Cat's round. Michael C. in sixth. Going full cockpit cam with all the assists off in the wet. It's going to be tricky. Cat's sideways. Just about to turn this car around. Well done to him. He's going to get going from seventh. FTRL Joseph Burns, the new baby in the family. Maybe he'll give him some, extra determination, but he's already full of it. And he didn't say he enjoyed it, but maybe he'll be different in the wet.
Hashtag call me daddy.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh,
God. No, Metzer in ninth. He's doing well in that building, to be fair. Picking up some points for the team. Goy has got one valuable point, but Metzer's going to pick up a few more. Prototype Steph also turning up all the assists for this season. That is going to be very tricky in the wet. Hopefully he's done some running to find out what the difference is in breaking points, etc. But we'll find out probably into turn 1. Next is Aspects, whatever. In the Ferrari 11th, he'll be out without a teammate. Well, he'll lose his good one. Hammer Time in 12th. Managing to join us today with work. He's a bit hit and miss, but he's here. Donzo in 13th. He's a bit lower than he has been qualifying recently, actually. He's had an upsurge in form, so hopefully he can do it. Goy Carp in 14th. Out qualifies Rampage and Spike because he didn't settle that, but well. Rampage in 15th, and I believe Spike, I don't know if he managed to get back in his car, but hopefully he did.
Yeah, he is in his car.
Get away well. Good to see.
Fantastic timing as always. So if I can get a better camera shot than just the side of Oxfox's car. We are preparing for lights out in Belgium for round 6 of the F2 Championship. Hammer Time has got a jump start, so it's a drive-through penalty, and we are lights out and away we go. Ox had a good start. Stocky's had a fantastic start. Catame's has he?
Around the outside.
Will there be carnage through turn 1? I can't see any spinners at this stage.
No, that's all good.
Deneen's jump Bottle at this stage as well.
Well, we've got Cat.
There we go, going up a Rouge. There's a couple of sideways cars. That's Bottle gone.
Oh God!
Bottle was.
That was a big collision.
Bottle was completely round.
Oh no, there's a sideways tour also. Oh.
Donzo, he's kept it out the wall though.
Oh.
Fantastic effort.
That was a bit
However,
dramatic.
Bottle has bottled it once again this season.
I think in my comments on did he have a wet setup in formation lap? No, he didn't.
Well, Metzer is up 4 places already. Next is Katz and Joe Burns are going side by side.
Yeah.
Now, I must disclaimer: I'm not quite Blue Flag or Simon. I don't know all of the corners for Belgium or for Spa, but we are about to go through Pouon.
Yep.
That is a correct statement. Next is Katz.
Stocky with a twitch through Pouon. Keeps on track though.
Second clear.
Metzer is flying.
Got the speed on him.
Speed.
Right, thank you for that comment, Luke Goldsmith.
Yeah. Dean saying that's the furthest the bottle's ever got in a race. That's tickled me, that one. Oh, we've broken Will. Okay. Pagani, it's all down to you now, mate.
Well, everyone appears to be going through Blanchimont fairly well. I mean, no spinners just yet. Michael does have previous at Blanchimont.
This has gone wide.
There's something oddly satisfying about how Geordie says Blanchimont.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Is that again, Pagani?
It will come out during the stream. I'm not going to force it.
Fantastic.
Next has Joe Burns has been spun by next suspect into turn one.
Oh, Burns.
Oh, he's still
he's going the wrong way. That's not what you want to see from a championship leader, is it?
No. And he collected his teammate, as Pagani said, so...
Has he let the newborn at the wheel? That's the question.
Oh, he's going to follow Rampage up a Rouge. As it's that
was a good noise.
Spike the hype has gone.
Both Red Bulls gone in 2 laps.
Yeah, I'm watching Joe Burns. Is he going to attack?
Oh.
Well, no doubt Joe's going to be very angry. Always.
Next suspect sent it at whatever that corner's called.
Joe Burns going. Is he going to lunge? Do a lunge. Oh, there's contact. Dirty move from Joe Burns.
Yeah, triggered. Oh, there's a lot of twitches going on in that car.
Unnoticed, Goy Cup.
Oh. Into the point.
P10.
You sit unnoticed, but Goy Carp is forever noticed by everyone.
Yeah, good point. Meta is
sponsored by FTRL.
Yeah, Meta is all over the back of Cats at the minute. The top 3 all separated by just over a second.
Yeah, with the rain, of course, don't get DRS, so that's gonna slightly, slow down the moves a bit. But then moves that do happen have got to be pretty good to stick.
Exactly.
Good for Hammer Time. He's going to have to serve a drive-through penalty.
Apologies, City Posh did notice that Goy's up 4. Yeah. I don't know if that was before or after me, but I'd assume it's before. Oh, Meta. Oh, we're gonna. Oh no. Oh no.
Back out. Good.
Let's play the Jaws music. Nope.
573. Rampage has gone round at the bus stop.
Oh, Cat's lost it for a Rouge. Oh. It's not a massive bit of contact, but he has lost his end plate.
Oh dear.
That's Mets up to 4.
Michael C's gone past
Cat. And Michael C. Here we go.
Damage.
Oh no, he's. Oh, a conservative Catamies.
He said he's hearing your disappointed voice is really getting to him. So
he did, yeah, good point.
Goy Carp, it has to be said, is catching Nexus Aspect for 9th place.
Oh, can he send it? Oh no.
Well, Goy Carp is well. Let's ride. Oh, he's riding the curb. Okay. Oh, he's itching.
Look at this.
I mean, he's within 3/10. He's ready to pull the trigger on this overtake.
Hashtag is it Ravers Racing?
No, he spun off right now.
Yeah, he would have gone.
Oh, oh no, it is Goy. He's just gone off. It is Goy.
Yeah, definitely Goy. He's probably just eating some wings on the side or something.
Oh, we've had a very excited Simon with "Come on, Goy" in capital letters.
I'd rather not, but.
Oh well, let's not lower the tone here, Pagani.
That's been low.
That has. I mean, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. You could have waited 20 minutes.
Trust the Geordie to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Now say Blanchimont, make up for it.
No. Not yet. It's too soon.
Oh, I don't want to excite you, but we have a very small FTRL train forming.
What?
Oh, guys, that'll wiggle through Blanchimont.
Ah, there we go. I immediately feel better. You're forgiven.
There it is. That's a good word. Oh, side-by-side action.
Oh, I mean, Goy's gone very, very deep into the final chicane.
Tell the service drive through.
Oh, that's good exit that from Aspect.
Oh wow.
Very good exit.
Steaming.
Yeah. Nexus versus Nexus.
Now he's
wing damage.
Yeah, they both got wing damage though. Nexus aspect front
Have it?
right. Yep. Front right.
Yeah.
Nexus catch front
wind
left.
damage. A charging Goycarp in 9th.
Oh,
now.
Stocky has got to 3/10 behind Ox. So has Ox had a moment?
Must have done. Well, Stocky's just really been concentrating. Apparently, he's got full race suit, according to is it Dean? Yeah, Dean. And I've decided not to, pay any attention to what he says anymore after he pulled our leg the other week. So,
Yeah. I mean, it was a good effort though. In fairness to him, he did do
Yeah.
well. Oh, TRS is in the house.
Whoop, whoop. Don't know where that came from.
No, neither do I, because Arnie's excited. The closest battle on track is between Goycarp and Nexus Cats.
And if you think about it, both the Nexus boys have wind damage, and Goycarp does not.
Oh God! Could you imagine?
Closing up on Goy.
Could you imagine Goy overtaking 2 esport represented drivers in the rain?
Will would explode.
Full wet Belgium, probably the most, demanding set of circumstances you could have. Just showing class, really. Get him in Nexus. If you're listening, Cats aspects, you need. It's Goycarp.
Nexus Goycarp. That would be that genuinely would be hilarious.
No, I think
Half 10th again.
Oh, Goy's had a wobble. He don't look comfortable through there.
Oh God, he's brought late.
yellow
So-
flag sector 2.
What's happening now?
Oh, Rampage has gone round.
Yeah, it's not
However-
gone well for either Red Bull teams.
No,
Goycarp on the overtake for Clarks into turn 1.
no. Right, switch back, please. Oh my God! Could you
He's
imagine
going round the outside.
Oh! Oh!
a legitimate Goycarp overtake?
What a move! What a move!
Oh, please don't spin now, Goy. Don't ruin all your hard work.
He's done it!
Boys,
Get him in
Trigger's on
Nexus.
the back of this.
Oh
Trigger
my
is coming.
God!
Oh, Matt's
That-
gone
Triggered on
mad.
Steph.
I mean, you should probably call him Joe rather than Triggered.
Oh, it's
No,
late
I
picking
mean,
up Steph.
he is triggered because he's been spun. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Goycarp is legitimately in P8 at the minute.
he's driving brilliantly. That
He
was
is.
a great move. I loved it.
however, Stocky has pulled the gap back to Ox again, but he has had a little wiggle through P1 again.
We've gone
Doesn't
with
look comfortable.
what a guy. Matt's gone what a guy. Yeah, very
Nice.
good, Matt.
Peatman knew he could do it.
Well. I think you were Team Ravers or something.
Yellow flag sector 1. Rampage is round.
It's not enjoying these wet conditions, it's fair to say.
Joe Burns is he's on the attack.
God, it's just going. Wow.
Representing the number 66, the most Brexit number you could get.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Joe's got a decent exit here. Yeah, he's going to be decent. He's going to be close.
Ravens
Oh,
Revenge, not impressed
that's
with that Goycarp overtake.
That's brave.
Yeah. Oh
Rush
dear.
him.
Oh no. Joe's at, yeah.
That's going to allow Steph. No, I think Steph's smart. He's not going to make a move in the bus stop.
Barely
I
see
don't
anything
understand
on
why
board.
that is a bus stop chicane.
Did it used to be a bus stop?
But, I mean, it's a racing circuit. Why would it be a bus stop?
Oh,
Doesn't-
Joe's got around Cats.
Oh,
Cats is...
that.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
didn't work.
I mean, it would, if that did work, I'd have been well impressed.
Good effort. Just
It was.
didn't work. Guy,
Joe Burns
2.8 seconds he's pulled on Joe Burns. Speed.
Guys.
Stocky, however, is still close to Ox. He seems to close up through the sort of last sector and first sector and then loses him in the middle sector.
I feel like I want to have a bit of fun in the stream.
Oh,
I want to hashtag drivers other than Goy, and for people to give us the best replacements as to who they think could be in the car other than Goy tonight. Just get as adventurous as you possibly can. My other ass pointing at herself. Yeah, hashtag drivers other than Goy,
Well,
and give us who you
Of
think.
course, Simon knows. Part of the old circuit used to be on a public road, and that was a bus stop.
If in doubt for anything motorsport related, go to Simon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous, isn't it?
Just knowledge.
But yeah, thank you,
Everywhere,
Simon.
all times.
Oh my lord.
Hammer Time has joined this mini FTRL train.
It is a mini
Yeah,
FTRL train. I mean, the leaders are within the leader is within a second of P2, but it's just not as entertaining. Stocky fastest lap. Yellow flag, sector 3. Catamies!
Ah, Cat. You did so well. Oh, God, he steamed past.
Oh, go
That's
on, guy.
going-
P7.
Cat has been wash him up for everybody that can't see.
Oh, good word.
Yeah, good well. Well played, Pagani.
Good lad.
That forces Cat into the pits. I mean, I'm not sure on the weather tyre life on this game. I don't know if we'll be able to make it to the end if it keeps on raining.
It used to be just standard.
Prototype
half
Steph,
distance.
Nexus Cats, and Hammer Time. Oh, there's contact.
Oh, switchback. Go on, Hammer Time. Ah. Oh, Cat's had a terrible exit. Prototype
Yeah,
Steph.
this
Is he brave
could
enough?
get. Yeah, this could get 5 spices.
Spicy.
Oh, very good. I mean, Steph's just knocked on the corner there. But-
Hammer Time's got
Oh,
a good run. It's going to be
speed.
pretty wide.
oh,
Pace.
oh, Hammer Time's gone for a
Hammer
double.
Time's going to get both of them.
Come on, Will. We need you to say pace.
Nah, he didn't get two.
Cat's broken late.
So
He's
Steph,
done very
Steph
well.
held it in there on the
Yeah, Hammer
outside.
Time. Lovely move.
great race.
Fantastic driving.
Fantastic.
From all three
Yellow
guys.
flag
Yeah.
again.
Is it Rampage?
No.
It's Cat. Or Rouge.
Ah,
He's lost
Cat.
half his front wing again.
It's not going well for Catamies.
you're seeing earlier. It's
Must be said. It must
Joe
be
Burns
said.
has closed down that 2.5 second gap to Goy Carp.
Running away again. He's got it. 7/10 now.
Oh, yeah, Joe Burns, he's on it.
Yellow
Yellow
flag.
Flag,
Sector
sector
three.
3. Who's that?
It might be Rampage letting people through because he's just been lapped
Possibly.
by
Yeah.
Deneen and Netzer.
Hammer Time and Cats. Oh, I mean, if Joe Burns had any form of heart,
Round the
It would-
outside. Oof.
Oh, it's spanning.
Oh,
Hammer Time spanning.
that was strange on my screen because on my screen Cats was ghosted.
It looked a little bit sort of desinky. Without a better
Well-
word to describe it. Joe Burns is past Goy Carp.
oh, boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Get him off. Yeah, we just remember Aspect does have wing damage. So if he changes that wing, Goy
The
Carp
flag
could be right
sector
up there
3.
again.
What's happened here?
Probably.
Nexus Cats has only just got going.
Draw Rampage. Oh, that's a big slide.
Oh,
no, he's
dear.
not held it. Well, he's not in the wall. So
Oh, don't reverse on track. The leaders aren't that far away. Oh,
Nope. This is honestly should be illegal to commentate wet weather at Spa. It's too stressful.
Quite enjoyable though.
Sporting going. Yeah, enjoyable.
Oh, Simon's
Shout
coming
out
with the
to
most
Mexi.
cockney phrase ever. Bloody hell, tell, go on, son.
Yeah. There's only one person in the commentary party that could do that.
Yeah,
Rampage
Pagani.
getting out of the way nicely for Joe Burns.
Yeah, shout out to Metzer, 4th place. He is driving.
He's flying,
very
isn't he?
well. As is Michael C actually. In 5th. Good drives from both of them.
I'll let you two boys talk about Metzer. I'll talk about Michael.
Is it because Metz is a Sunderland fan? Is this why?
Yes. I mean, he's supposed to be impartial as a commentator, but can't do it.
Can't do it. Cat's in the pit again.
I mean, it's worth
Wonderful.
continuing going for Cat. I mean, there could well be some retirements in this race with it being wet.
Yep.
It's been surprisingly few actually so far.
Yeah.
Considering we had 3 out at Eau Rouge on lap 1 in F1.
You had a flag sector 1. It's not Rampage. It's Catamies.
Don't tell me he's knocked that front wing off again. Don't
Yeah,
tell me.
he's front left.
He just come out the... It's the same side! He just come out the pits!
They're going to run out of front wings at Renault.
I must admit, as much as I don't like to see that,
Sector 3.
Rampage let him someone past.
Letting people through.
As much as I don't want to see it, I'm quite looking forward to Katamese's compilation video and how proud he is of it.
Oh, Steph with a 10-second penalty.
Oh, has he cut half the track off?
Oh, someone's at Donzo. Oh no, it's not, it's Rampage. It was behind Steph and because yeah. But it's because it was a Toro Rosso behind Steph and Donzo is, you know, Toro Rosso and yeah, right.
There's cap at the front, there's still two in the front. I mean,
Yeah.
Stocky has a couple of good sectors, then usually has a wiggle through good one. So.
Yeah, well I'm going to go and see Stocky, see what he's up to. In Stockwar.
Stockwar? He must have got
Stockwar, yeah.
Joe Burns has got a 4.5 second gap to the next aspect count with a 2 second gap. He is on the charge.
Yeah, he's triggered. He's driving angry.
It's like a bull in a china shop. Quite literally, he's that angry.
Well, not to lose any front wing in that spin because there was some few collisions in that spin, so got away looking from it, and he's pressing off.
I suppose he didn't get out of the car and punch it off himself.
I was going to say he did sort of extend the track a bit of poo on, but
yeah, with all Stocky had a little bit of a wobble there. Brakes on the 100, wheels in ox a little bit more. Now I'm intrigued to see how these two get on an F1 together because they had the opportunity to be teammates, but they turned it down so they could drive for other teams respectively because they want to continue this little rivalry that they've got. Now,
yeah, they are after being head to head for like 6 rounds. You're going to develop a bit of a connection, be it rivalry or friendly.
I must admit, it's probably one of the most respectful rivalries that we've had in FTRL for a long time.
Well, most of the other ones involve Pagani. So.
Nexus Aspect is just let Joe Burns go past.
Yeah,
Going can't pit lane.
Early pit stop for Goy.
Go for the undercut.
Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't
ease off raining.
Not going to do anything silly in terms of tyres, are you, Goy?
Soft compound, here he goes. No, another set of wets.
Oh, change your front wing. I wonder if he's had a slight wobble somewhere.
Has he had a prang? Okay, well...
He'll get to the end then, though. So.
Well, he's coming out the pits and he's not far behind Donzo.
I just read the stream.
What's that?
Have a read.
Oh, Joe has to use paper plates and cups as he can't be trusted with glass or china.
And then apparently, according to him, this guy hit the wall on the way into the pits.
Well, luckily he's had that wing change, hasn't he?
Oh, Metzer has caught Deneen.
Deneen.
Oh, Deneen's really struggling.
Has he got a puncture?
Is Deneen going to get a puncture this week?
No, not. We're going about 180. Yeah, Metzer. Is he going to try it into the bus stop? He's a long way back. I think he's realised that.
Ooh!
Ox.
Oh!
Right,
that was a lunge. That was a lunge or a missed braking point. I'm not sure.
I think it was the latter.
Yeah, Stocky's gone for an undercut. Not sure what the undercut's like in the wet, but he's going to try it.
Yep. Where is Burns? He's
just about to start lap 11.
Yep.
Cross start finish now.
Referee's blowing the whistle as he's gone over the line. I just heard a whistle as literally as Joe Burns crossed the line. Not an actual football whistle.
He may have been offside. I'm not sure.
Well,
We'll have to check VAR.
Either that or he's just blowing it at he's blowing it at the crowd from inside his helmet. Oh,
Rampage is going round to blow him up.
Nice. Launch him on.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a scary corner in the wet, Bonchman, actually. it stops becoming sort of full throttle.
I thought I like we did there, full throttle. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, Catamies.
Ah,
That's gone. I'm
Good
going to
night,
guess that's
sweetheart.
Eau Rouge. No, maybe I don't know where that is. Yellow flag sector 1.
I think that was Rampage letting cats through.
Oh, Michael's had a spin.
Ah, he was doing well. Shame. Got a car, 1.3 seconds.
I know he's
Behind Dom.
caught up 2 seconds. Too soon.
Pace.
So the gap between Joe and Michael C was 14.5 seconds, 15 seconds, now
Oh.
down to 6.5.
Matthias Schmidt. Rampage is pretty much as quick as Aaron was last night.
The Neen and Matt setting the pit lane together.
Matt, don't make me publish that picture I have of your dad in a swimming pool.
Oh, no. Ox is carrying on. The Stocky's going to get a decent undercut if the undercut is as good as it usually is.
Guy Carp, 7/10 away.
We saw one brilliant move on Cats. Can he perform?
Could you imagine if Guy Carp did a switchback? That'd be it. I'd end the stream.
Well,
I'd
Lee could be
anticipate
over.
Donzo pulling the pit lane at the end of this lap. So don't get
Guy
your
Carp,
hopes too high.
Guy Carp completing a switchback is like earning a platinum trophy on a game.
Yeah. Well, like I know the, oh, Don's in. That's a shame. You're right. Yeah, I know winning the Drivers' Championship in real F1's quite good, but is it as good as watching Goy from a switchback in full wet Spa?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Guy and Steph are going to be pretty close here.
Yeah, Goy is into 9th.
Yeah, Hammer Time's got quite a big jump on him there, on Guy.
Yeah, Goy had to change his front wing so that
Yeah.
Some good
Go with
points
the
starting
fives.
off for Goy here.
I know.
Very good. So, I'm not sure how long the pit stops are, but 18.4 seconds Stocky's behind. That seems to me like close enough to have a go.
I was going to say it's going to be close. When Ox does decide to pit, which is this lap.
Let's keep on board with Stocky then.
Oh, Ox has touched the wall coming into pit lane. I don't think he got damage, but
Lucky man.
Let's stay on board
one of
with
the best pit
Stockwell.
entry.
Thankfully you're not commentating F1, so you can't continue to call them that.
Well, Stockwell.
Yeah.
Ox. Then left his box and he's going down
Oh,
the pit lane.
Stockies.
Pit limiter off for Ox.
Where is an ox? There is an ox.
Goes round turn one.
Where is a stock?
Oh, he's done him.
Oh, that's the wrong
Stocky's
time for
gonna
me
be
to view a
coming quick.
profile.
He's gained. He has gained.
Oh, gaining.
Stocky's going to have to run.
Ox on cold tyres.
Oh, Stocky had a
Oh,
break.
big slide. He saved it. He saved it. That was impressive.
I don't know.
I think we were harmonising our woes there, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know what my high pitched noise was at the end, but
Oh, Metz has gone round.
Oh, he was having a great race. Is he lost his wing or is
Wait,
he
ready
okay?
on.
oh,
he's still got his
Metzwar.
Please stop.
Here comes
I
Michael.
mean, Metzer is nearly Metzwar to begin with.
It's because we
so-
call Pagani Paganwa.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Random
I like
fact
how
of the
I'm
day,
gonna-
I have a cat next to me who's literally watching this race.
Mine's sort of turned away from it asleep. So
Cam
Disgusted.
said, "Cat, tell us who's going to win."
oh,
Rampage.
Rampage.
Finally
Oh,
gone.
Rampage. Well, that's his final race in F2. He's going to be down in F3 as of next week.
I can sense Will's cringe. Yeah. I think all that Metzwar is.
Yeah, but
Getting
see, I mean, you're saying it now, so it's caught on in your head. Michael C, 1 second behind. I've not seen many penalties other than for Steph on that 10-second one. Oh, Metz is off.
Metz is struggling now with these tyres, it seems. Not sure why, but going to get close.
I think
Jared's catch up as well.
It's just a Sunderland thing. They do tend to have poor second halves, and I think he's having a poor second half of the race.
Yeah. Once you get one mistake in, it's sometimes quite. Oh God, he's got loads of speed.
Oh!
Oh, that is so unlucky.
That is. Now, that has to be a safety car.
That is another crash of Blanchimont.
That is so unlucky.
I mean, it has to be a safety car.
He tried to get out of the way of a surprisingly slow Michael C and just lost it. That is unlucky. That is another position for Goikart, though, his teammate.
It is.
You know, maybe he's helping Goy out. We don't know what goes on in that Williams garage.
Oh, goes a little bit deep into the bus stop chicane.
Allowed the knee, picked up a penalty.
Yeah, it's
He doesn't really have anyone to fight at the moment, so...
Yeah, it's sad to see from Metzi. He was on for probably his best result in FTRL. So.
Yeah, very true. Shame to see.
I mean, he's not dead, so I'm going to line him up a bit. It's getting a bit serious. Yes, so can Steph close down Goikart, or is Goikart going to run away with it?
Oh,
Don's over 10-second pit.
Was on the outside curb at Poo and had to put full opposite lock in to save the car.
Who's this?
Deneen.
Oh, he's still
Another
wiggling.
one, he's touched the curb again.
He's still wiggling.
I
I'd say
reckon
the curbs
that
very
we're going to
dangerous
have...
on this game in the work.
I honestly feel like we're going to have
Still
3 more retirements in this race.
Who are you saying?
I'm not going to say who. But... yeah.
Very informative. Yeah.
Well,
Ox is pulling away from Stocky now, it seems, with that fastest lap. I think Stocky blew his chance, getting a little bit greedy for Rouge on the power, nearly binning it.
Got a a little bit wide at Poo on. He's allowed prototype Steph to get within 1 second.
According to Matt, you only get safety cars in online championships. I don't think he was there for Baku. Okay.
To be fair, he was there, but he then crashed out, so...
probably erasing it from his memory.
Yep.
If I remember rightly, he crashed in the castle section just in front of Aaron. So...
Oh, guy's not confident at all for a bunch of
Steph is up.
Oh, lock up. Ooh. Cap's had a small slide.
Little bit of contact.
Huh.
I love the little noises that you make, Will, whenever someone loses traction.
Yeah. I get concerned for them. Oh, guy's gone very wide.
Matt Cole celebrating the fact that he crashed in Baku. Seems very passionate about it, yeah.
Here we go, then up over Rouge. Steph following Guy. Whoa. It's a good run actually from Steph. Here he goes. To the outside, got the other flag somewhere.
Donzo
had a spin from bus stop.
Steps.
Oh, George just yielded.
Yeah, he's yielded.
You've got to think for Guy, he is still in P9. It's still
with
good
Donzo
points.
34 seconds behind.
Don't forget as well, Steph does have a large abundance of penalties.
10 seconds.
Just like Tottenham, really, they do pile up the penalties after a while, don't they?
I don't know, pretty
I
sure.
mean, I do wonder if those penalties will get sent in, because we all know how harsh that final chicane is.
But we do currently, I believe in the stewards rule, if it can be avoided, then difficult to be removed.
Yeah, good point.
We'll find out, obviously, soon. Well, not soon.
Steph, with no driver edge, has been able to have a few wiggles. If Guy can stay within a second, when he's still only 7 tenths behind, he's not falling away just yet.
Yeah, I have seen Guy have a few wiggles as well, though. So
I think you do well to find drivers that haven't had wiggles in this race.
Yeah, it was Metzer, but then he crashed. So
Joe Burton's
Good.
is steadily catching Michael.
he is. For Rouge we go again.
Well, as it stands, Deneen will gain 5 points on Joe, and he was, I believe, 8 behind him going into this race. So that will put the top two, effectively after Ox and Stocky Dave, 3 points between them.
Very interesting. And the fight for the other promotion spot, as Aaron mentioned at the start of the stream, we only have one now. So fight for that, and probably it's going to be pretty close, I expect. Although
Well, it's going
I did think Cat would be there, but he's crashed.
Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be Nexus Aspect, yeah.
Yeah.
But not also forgetting that that Ferrari team's going to be pretty strong in F2 because Hijacked is moving up, and I rate him a lot. I think he's a very good driver.
Yeah, I've not seen a lot of him because I commentate F2, but I've heard good things.
There's actually a large amount of quality in F3.
Yeah, most of it's coming out of it.
Quick half, got down to half a second.
Steph's taking a very interesting line out of that corner. She's not using the road, but, you know.
Well, we have a Catamese, a swearing Catamese in the Discord.
Oh no.
Yeah, I believe cats don't like water, so.
Yeah, he's up a cat. He's in 11th, so I think you are right there.
Because I think it just is a cat thing. So. Michael C is definitely very cautiously through Golshimo. I mean, he has spun there before in season 8.
Yeah, I think
When
that's
he was
some good knowledge. That.
Yeah, he had a chance to win the race, but bottled it at Golshimo. So.
We've had a
Doesn't
question.
want to do it again.
Hashtag AskComms. Who will be the next to retire?
No one.
Donzo, I think.
Everyone else is going to finish this race.
I'm going to reluctantly say Prototype Steph.
Oh, alright.
The only reason, no, I don't want him to. I like Steph a lot. Actually, my year before, was it last year or the year before? Either last year or the year before, I actually spent my birthday with Steph.
Oh.
Interesting fact of the day, yeah.
Steph is a male, if Charlotte's listening.
Does your missus know this?
Yeah, I mean, she's in the same room as me and she hasn't put a glass over my head, so I think we're okay.
Steph is a male for people that are, you know, interested in knowing that.
Yeah.
Steph is definitely a male. I think we've answered that question brilliantly.
We have. Well, it's effectively a 5-lap race. Now, how are we in terms of penalties for the top two?
I haven't seen any pop up.
I don't know why. I've got a vague feeling that I've seen Ox have one.
Nah, he hasn't even got a warning.
Have either of them got warnings?
Deneen's got a penalty. I don't know if that's what you saw.
No, just the top two. So neither of the top two have got warnings at all.
Not a single warning.
Well, there we go. And I think
class.
going by this race, the fact, I mean, I know Deneen's only 10.5 seconds behind, but the fact that these two are so close, not had a single warning between them, kind of justifies the reason as to why we're moving them up.
Yeah, I think you are
a little bit
correct.
Yeah. Well,
it's almost like a victory lap. This one with those two.
It is. Now, my question of the day is: will Goy Karp get his braking point right? Oh, Nexus Expert, no.
Oh, that's ruined that, you know, promotion thing I just said about 10 minutes ago.
It's completely your fault. Thinking about it logically, it is genuinely all your fault.
Thinking about it logically and applying all common sense, it is my fault.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I can't get blamed for one. Thank God. It's not me getting blamed for them.
I'm gutted for him.
Yeah, he was He was on for a solid points finish, but Goy is now in 8th place. And he's got, I believe he's going to overtake Steph on penalties. So this is exciting times if you're a Goy Kart fan, which everyone in the league
is. Yeah. I think everybody, even outside of the league, are Goy Kart fans.
Apart from Goy himself, he got very, very nervous when being asked about his improved pace in the last interview.
I know.
So,
is this going to be 2 consecutive point scoring finishes for Goy?
yes, and is that the first time it's ever happened in FTRL?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Although, I mean, Nexus Cats is probably going to find himself quite lucky. It's like a lap down on half the field and he's going to get a point. So
yeah. Well, I remember when we were talking in the admin chat about the driver swaps and everything for the season, Goy did actually say that he's ready for the step up to F1. So,
yeah,
and he did.
He's ready.
Put this point across quite thoroughly, didn't he? So
he's ready.
He is. Right, Goy just needs to push a little bit, nothing too strenuous, but
yeah, he's probably got a nosebleed compared to quite high up. Nope. I said that he's had a very, very cautious bunch more.
Very edgy.
We've had a prediction from Ryan. Lap 17, Steph will retire. I mean, that's already happened, Ryan. I'm sorry to tell you.
Ryan Jackman. I've not seen him before.
No.
Nevertheless, good evening to you, Ryan. Thank you for joining us, mate.
He has also blamed me for Nexus aspects.
Yeah, I mean,
so it does seem
it was your fault. This.
Yeah, that was my fault. I'm very sorry, Nexus aspect.
Simon, just Goy. This is Jeff. Just bring it home. Has anybody experienced Jeff turning American?
No.
Or I'm sure he's Pagani. I vaguely remember you saying that you have.
I had him turn into a robot once.
A robot. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it might have been Catamies in his video. Someone had. Yeah.
Oh, Ryan is spiked. There you go.
Ah, there we go.
Ryan, I think I read your message wrong.
Hello, Ryan.
Well, Matt's very much missed the point there.
Yeah, Matt's inability
Ryan,
to read literally just above where he was typing.
Ryan, you can become a driver in FTRL if you donate too much back. He's already a driver, Matt. I'm very sorry to ruin your pyramid scheme, but he is already a driver.
Joe Burns can now see Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Joe's going to be pretty close to Michael.
I'm going to go on board with Joe. I mean, Goy's had so much airtime in this race. Stocky has got the gap down, but I don't quite think it's going to be enough.
No, it's been a very consistent drive from Ox this race. It's done very well.
Looks like Joe Burns' fuel light is on. It's a little concerning.
When Michael C and Joe have literally no battery between them.
Good pushing, like stab rats. Oh.
Joe's driving well, must be said. Considering he had that big spin, I mean, I don't quite think he might not have been able to match Deneen tonight. Maybe it might have been just out of his reach, but I think if you offered Joe a P4/P5 before this race, he would have bitten your hand off.
Question is, has Hammerstein done his drive-through?
Yeah, he had to by lap 3 or he'd been disqualified.
Good point. I've not seen him do it, but
yeah,
he said it must have happened.
Lap 3 he came in, right at the end of it.
Ooh, Donzo, 10-second penalty he's got, and Katz is 9.9 behind him.
Ooh. As long as Katz doesn't also have a penalty.
Yeah, Joe's flying at the minute. It's taken a second out of Michael this lap.
Yeah.
And he has 2 laps. 2 laps to catch him.
Let's check the penalty situation for these two. Michael C, not a warning. And Joe, 2 warnings but no penalties, so this will be decided on track.
Yeah, well, providing Joe doesn't get a silly penalty on the last couple of laps.
Matt's thrown in. He expects Michael to retire. before the end of the race. Just to reference, that is Matt saying that, not me. So, not my fault.
Well, the fact that you've read it, if it happens, it's your fault.
It's not my fault. I didn't predict it. I'm not having it. It's not my fault. I'm taking blame for one.
Must admit, I'm very sad for Nexus Aspect tonight.
Yeah, him and Metzer, they were on for some good points.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Joe is very committed up a Rouge. He literally does not lift, he's full whack the whole way up it.
It sounded a bit concerned for him there.
No. It's just that much of a nutcase, isn't he? So if I'm going to go at full speed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, as soon as he catches to Michael, it'll be a full-on dive bomb.
Yeah.
Just, take the car with him.
A lovely helicopter shot. Just a shame it's Joe. It really is.
Poor man. I do like the commitment though. He's just had, newborn baby come into his life, but no, FTRL's first.
I know. He made me laugh. He said to me, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do anything this week. I was like, Joe, it's fine. Like, you've just literally got a newborn baby into your life. And he was like, he texted me like about 24 hours after she was born saying, sweet, I'm commentating Monday and racing Tuesday. He's made loads of graphics already. I'm just like, for God's sake, Joe.
But he is a real asset to FTRL, as much as it pains everyone to say.
No, he's not.
No, fair enough.
No, I think anybody that listens to these streams now, they must understand that we are just taking the mick. He really is. He's driving this track as if it's dry.
I mean, he's flying up to the back of Michael.
What? It's going to get interesting.
There's going to be a last lap battle.
It's going to be a bit
He
feisty.
put the throttle down so early on that corner. He was just wheel spinning for about 4 gears. Yeah. Oh, he's still doing it. Look at that.
Nevertheless, it must be said, Michael C's had an outstanding race.
Yeah.
Look at him, look, completely flies.
He's just had a wiggle.
Just flies up her roof.
We'll say Michael's had a wiggle. Michael has been lifting and sometimes braking through Blanchimont every lap.
They literally
Joe
don't.
doesn't. Joe does it flat.
They barely have 10% battery between them.
Oh,
If Joe gets any closer at Blanchimont, this could be interesting.
Yeah. It's a dangerous place to go side by side at the best of times. In the wet, it's just horrible.
Ludicrous.
Good word of the day.
Yep.
Ludicrous. It would have been
No, I
one
was just
thing, but I
pointing
didn't
at my
really know what it
poster of
meant.
the rapper Ludacris. Oh, we got
Right,
here.
I've never heard of him.
So,
He's in class.
so, oh wow. I don't even want to read that comment out on stream. Joe is the laziest admin we've had, and Lennon was an admin before.
Oh,
Well, Ox comes across the line.
Oh,
great
Ox.
win.
And Stocky
Oh,
brings
well,
home
Stocky.
P2. There we go.
Joe is 7/10. Oh my god.
He had a flag
Joe
set
has
to
given
3. What?
this race
Deneen's round.
everything.
Did he?
Deneen has spun.
Michael C's coming through.
Oh my god,
But
and
Deneen
Deneen
is-
has penalties as well.
Oh my god. I don't know what's going to happen anymore.
Oh, Deneen's just lost the podium.
Joe isn't quite going to get Michael
Michael
C's
C's going to
fight.
get a podium.
Is he?
Yep,
Oh, don't tell me I'm going to have to interview him.
yep.
You are.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus. It's a bit much.
Right, for those in advance, for those that are going to be staying for the podium interviews, I advise you to turn your subtitles on your TV now.
You will have a Geordie talking to a Scouser.
Geordie talking to a Scouse and a Cockney talking to a Finnish person. So this can only go well.
Let's hope that Stocky doesn't have a dog issue this week.
I need to go and chase him across the road.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steph.
Steph, on the line.
First
Yeah,
point of
very,
the season
very
for
good
Steph,
set
if I'm not
points.
mistaken.
Oh, God, he
However,
nearly lost
Goy
it.
Carp is only 8 seconds behind.
What's going to happen?
Goy Carp's got P7.
Oh, I'm a big Goy Carp fan. That has to be said.
Oh, massive motivation for Michael in the stream. Michael, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Lee's in there with, can we get a translator?
I'll do the best I can, but it's going to be difficult.
There we go. Well, for the final time this season, weirdly, Ox takes the win in F2. Stocky comes home in P2. And Michael C, who is dropping out of F2, which seems very odd now that that's just happened, is now moving down into F3. I think he's only had like a point before this race, and he's now ended up with 15.
Him going down to F3 did fire him up for this race, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, well, I mean, in fairness,
Wasted,
we had the conversation. Michael said to me he wants to just learn cockpit cam and everything like this, and he was quite prepared to do that. So, yeah. Right, anyway, final classifications are the top three, as we mentioned. Joe Burns with a good recovery drive after his spin at turn 1 comes home in P4, so he will remain the championship lead. And after all of that, he's extended his gap to Deneen, who ended up in P5, unfortunately. He was about 2 corners away from a podium. Hammer time, good recovery from him after his drive through at the start, comes home in P6. And Goy Carp with his joint highest ever finish in FTRL in P7. Prototype Steph gets his first points of the season, I believe. And then Nexus Cats and Donzo round off the finishers. And then we had, was it 6 retirements, I believe? So yeah, end of a thrilling race. So let's just going to quickly get the top 3 in.
Alright, lads.
Yeah, boys. Well, we're just waiting for Ox.
Blanche him on to not claim me.
I did try. I did put a few curses on you.
Straight on GTA. Does anyone fancy playing blackjack?
Not particularly, but
Here he is.
Smooth operator.
Nice. Right, boys, just
Right,
again,
Carlos.
just double check you are allowing your voice to be shared. If you are, I know you probably are, Ox.
I'll just pull up the stream and I'll say a swear word and I'll see if it works.
Cool. Right, anyway. So, first of all, Ox, welcome back. Welcome back to the top step. And massive congratulations to you, mate. First of all, an extremely close qualifying between you and Stocky once again. I think you just edged him, didn't you, by I think it was about half a tenth. How was
Yes.
How was your quali lap?
I think I had a half a tenth or maybe a full tenth in the tank, but I fucked it up in the bottom part of the circuit, and I was actually not improving by the time I got to the back straight. So then I went overtake mode, and then I gained like a half a tenth, and that made the difference. So
Yeah, of course. Well, obviously we have touched on the news that yourself and Stocky are both going to be jumping up into F1. Fortunately, you boys showed again by finishing like a second and a half away from each other after an entire race that it seemed like a justified decision. How are you feeling about the move, mate? You looking forward to going up with Stocky?
I really don't know how to answer to that. I mean, yes, it is the pinnacle of FTRL, so I'm happy to be driving with the best, but I think my performances will be dropping. Actually, you know what? I'm not too sure because in F1 I don't have the same kind of pressure. I mean, at the moment I'm in the title fight with Stocky and a few others, but now that the move has been confirmed to F1, I don't know if I don't have that anymore.
No. Well, I mean, just to put it into perspective, so your qualifying lap tonight would have only been 2 tenths away from pole position in F1.
2 tenths.
Yep,
Wow.
just 2 tenths away, and I think where would that have put him, Will? Would it have been about third or fourth? Fourth, wouldn't it? Yeah, P4. That would have put you in F1 last night, and Stocky P5. So, if anything, if that's any confidence to take into next week or whenever, it's certainly going to. That's certainly the most you can possibly take, I suppose, being just outside those front runners in F1. So moving on to the race, obviously tonight it was a wet race was it the first time this season it's been in F2?
Yes.
Yes. How obviously Belgium being quite a tricky circuit, especially with like a Rouge and Pouon and those sorts of corners. Any near misses, any struggles tonight? We saw you didn't have a single warning, which is credit to you. Same with Stocky, but any wobbles tonight?
Actually, yeah, I did have one warning towards the end, a lap 20 something, but
right.
Still no penalties. But I think twice or maybe 3 times went off track in Radion, because that is Radion, and
Yeah.
and I was lucky not to get any wheel spin on the bad tarmac and the curbs.
Oh, nice. Well, nevertheless, mate, obviously you're going up as championship leader, and sure, it would have been either the championship or P2 come the end of the season. But I feel like you and Stocky, who we'll get to in just a second, have thoroughly deserved your move up after another race win tonight and another pole position. Massive congratulations, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you back where you belong, my friend. So good job, and we will see you in F1.
Thank you.
Cool. Right, boys, I'll leave you to interview Stocky and Michael. Lithuania.
Alright then, Stocky, P2 yet again. You seemed sort of pretty comfortable in P2. Were you sort of second part of the race? Were you trying to overtake Ox, or were you sort of happy with P2?
I was always trying. But I just couldn't get on the power going into the last sector. I was just running wide every time and couldn't get on the power, and losing a half second each time. When I got close in the first few laps, and then after the pit stops, I got in the dirty air and nearly lost the car and no rouge, and then it just front end was washing out all the time. But I don't think I would have been able to get past him even if I got close. A bit too quick for me today.
Fair enough. Yeah, we saw that a bit of a loss of the car coming up over Rouge. Zox came out of the pits. We made some very interesting noises, but you did manage to save it though, so fair enough. Moving on to obviously
my
with
underwear changed colour.
Sorry,
My underwear changed colour.
not surprised. But yeah, moving on. We've seen obviously Aaron's announced it. You are in F1 for the remainder of this season. Is that something you're looking forward to?
Yes. That I think it's always enjoyable racing Ox, but then you've got to be racing more than one person over the course of a season. Otherwise, it gets repetitive. I think in F1 have more, I don't know, competition, lack of better word, and you'll be able to race more people than just each other. And we'll find out where we are against the best in the league. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm up for the challenge. A bit more practice maybe each round, a bit more motivation, and see where we end up in F1.
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking that you sort of said you're only about 2 or 3 tenths off pole. So, have you got any idea where you're sort of aiming to finish in F1? Like, sort of by week, so you're aiming for like, you know, 5th place or just regular points.
I
Or...
think there's probably six drivers who will be in a shout of, you know, the winning and the podium places, and I want to be there, but I think I have to be realistic at the start. I think maybe I've got to aim for about, you know, P3, P4, some of the races, and then build from there. It's a learning curve, really. You can't just go into such a competitive division and think you're going to win. You've got to believe you can win, but you've got to be realistic in your head as well. Because if you go in there thinking you've already won, then you're not going to win.
Yeah, as you said, it's very, very competitive now with obviously you two moving up, the likes of Liam and Charles as well. It's going to be very close for those podium places, as you pointed out. So that will be Silverstone for your F1 debut. Is that a strong one to start on, or not so much?
I mean, it would be if I could make next Monday, but yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it would be a good race, and Silverstone always offers a lot of good racing. But I think it's going to be Monza that I'll be in F1 on the straightest track of them all.
Fair enough. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in F1, I'm pretty certain, and guess we'll see you in Monza then.
See you in Monza. Thank you to you all for putting on the racing. Congratulations to Ox and to Mike.
Well done, Stocky,
well
mate.
done, P2.
Well. Michael?
Yeah. What happened?
Paul, you in F2?
Yeah. That was gonna happen.
I mean, well, I was going to say, we've been chatting about this for about the full week.
You've been
yeah.
talking a couple months, man.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would crash, I'm not going to lie.
I know you were.
But no, I saw you go a little bit cautious through Belgium on most laps. But I mean, obviously it worked. I mean, you finished.
Yeah, I mean, I tried going through Belgium on foot out quite a few laps, and I just started to slide, so I couldn't really take a foot out. It was too much of a risk to try and do it. I had P4 to P5 thought, settle with what I've got and don't get like I did 2 seasons ago.
Well, I mean, it started off strong. I mean, qualifying was probably one of your better performances we've seen from you in F2 in quali.
Yeah, I think I was 87 at Canada last week, but I've just put the ride height right up for my setup, so I lost out on I lost out on a couple tens possibly. I'm still happy with the quali. I mean, I got myself in a decent spot and I survived the first couple laps, so it all went to plan.
I mean, obviously we're talking in the stream about your move to F3.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that drive was slightly motivated today?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a new bunch of lads I'm going to be having with on the Wednesday, so it's like you said, don't go in expecting to win, otherwise you've lost. So I'm just gonna scope it out for the first couple of weeks, see what it's like around there. Just have a good race.
Well, I mean, we're not used to having many Scousers on the podium, so. I mean, I can. I'm not sure about our viewers, but yeah. I mean, I wouldn't normally say this, but it's been a good drive from you today. So.
Thanks. I did nearly pin it on lap 12. I've got to say that. Out of one. So it drifted to 7th and then the back to stop, but I caught it.
It's a bitch of a corner, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a cow. It's just a long left-handed cow. That's all it is.
I mean, Joe was obviously closing down on you in those last few laps. Were you beginning to feel pressure towards the end, or?
I was not. I was about to be honest with you. Yeah, I was getting really nervous. I was just trying not to make any mistakes.
I mean, coming on to the last straight, did you see Deneen's dot stationary up in front, or was it just, oh, there's a car in front of me, what's that?
I just saw the yellow flag, and then I was like, huh, okay, it's probably a lap car, it's nothing big. Then I come down and I'm like, oh wait, there's a pink car there. I'm thinking I might have a chance here. And then luckily I got him on penalties, so I didn't get any warnings.
Well, I
So
mean,
it was a good little drive.
to be driving in cockpit, to make one mistake, no warnings, I think you can classify that as a good night's work.
Yeah, a good night's work. I'm warranted a lie-in tomorrow, so just to show you.
Well, like I say, I do normally give you a bit of a hard time, a bit of steak,
You
but
always do.
no.
Yeah.
No, it was a good drive both in quali and the race, so congrats on that one, and looking forward to seeing what you can do in F3 for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Okay, well that wraps up F2 for another week. We are now officially halfway through the season, so we're going to start putting some of these drivers under pressure as of next week about their promotion, title chances and whatever else. So please join us again next week for Britain for the start of the second half of the season. Don't forget we have got F3 at Belgium tomorrow night, and if it's anything like tonight, we should be in for an absolute cracker. So nevertheless, well done to the podium sitters. We will see Ox and Stocky in different cars in a different division going forward, but nevertheless, congratulations to you all once again. Thank you all very much for joining us and for all the comments and the views and so on, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much and good night.